All right, everyone, welcome back into another Fantasy Golf video. Going to be breaking down round 3 here of the Genesis Invitational. Going to be getting into my favorite showdown picks, and then we'll be touching on a little bit of underdog prop bets and how to go about attacking just the day props betting. Not getting any head-to-head bets just yet, and then the 2-ball bets I don't really like for round 3, so we're going to be staying away from those. So just showdown picks and then props bets. Let's go ahead and get into that. So, man, ended up being a pretty darn good round 2 in general for the main slate. Gonna have lots of 6 for 6 lineups. The one big sweat we had going was Taylor Pendrith there, who was giving us a roller coaster ride. It actually kind of felt like he was going to go off at the start, where he finally started -1, had a chance at a birdie on the par 5, misses that, and then goes on like a terrible stretch where he's just missing a lot of short putts, but he ends up making the cut. Gonna have lots of 6 for 6 lineups, definitely overweight on the field there, so hopefully we'll have some good runners come this weekend. And again, that's kind of what I meant by it being essentially a no-cut event. Like, sure, some people were on Sunjay M. I was on Sunjay M. Hogard, I was on a little bit. Seb Straka, I was on a little bit. But for the most part, like the safe plays and whatnot, it was just going to be a high 6 for 6 week. And so has ended up playing a little bit like a no-cut event. The only thing I'm kicking myself about is, honestly, probably could have easily just went Scotty and Rory in a bunch of builds and then done a bunch of values. And with the values playing extremely well right now, be sitting pretty good. But I'm not going to complain. It seems like it's going to be a good week. But looking at the weather, guys, all right. So this is where it's expected to really be a difference maker this week. Okay, so the first 2 rounds, we were planning for that poor weather that we were projected to get and did get. Now on Friday and Saturday, it's supposed to be pretty darn easy. So expect it to be a pretty easy scoring event throughout the weekend. Now they could have a tougher setup on Saturday and Sunday. That could end up happening. Obviously, we don't have that information just yet. But based off the weather, it should be playing pretty darn easy, especially obviously compared to Thursday. Like how Friday played easier than Thursday, I do expect Saturday to play easier than Friday. Expect some scores. That's at least how I'm basing round 3 off of. All right, guys, so we go ahead and now taking a peek at the showdown picks here for round 3. We're going to have Scotty and Rory tied at the top, which is interesting there. Then Tommy Fleetwood popping up in there. Then Colin Morikawa, Adam Scott, Patrick Cantlay, Hideki. Some low runners you could go with, potentially Patrick Rogers and Michael Kim. Some lower price plays. Aaron Rai. He's a golfer that does have good course history. Kind of had a random miscut here earlier on this year. So it wouldn't be surprising to see him continue to play well. Aubert as well. It wouldn't be shocking to see him play well. So we got some interesting clicks there. We'll jump into the 9-to-5 lineup builder in just a second here, but let's take a peek at win rank. I would say no shocks in terms of who's most likely to win. Maybe Aubert over Denny McCarthy. I mean, that might be the only difference that the odds have there. I don't really see any advantages there. Maybe you could take a long shot bet on Henley or something like that. I don't see the need to do that because it does feel like it's a 2-man race here at this point. Maybe Aubert gets going, but it does feel like a 2-man race now. And then real quickly, we'll take a peek at kind of just strokes gained putting, like who is most likely to probably improve over the weekend. And again, guys, it is projected to be much better weather, so I do think we can see some golfers make some more putts. So Russell Henley still is someone that could improve putting where he's still struggling there. Maybe someone we could look at showdown wise. He's projected to be a good play. Overall, just, a very consistent producer for us, so I don't hate that. But let's go ahead and just take a peek at what the lineup builder is telling us to do. And so again, guys, just generally speaking, for the lineup builder, we need to give it 2 data points to go off of. So I'm really going to jack up the projections for Scotty and Rory. Again, those are going to be kind of the top 2 plays on the slate. So we're just going to really tell the data we want to be on those 2. I'm just going to bump that up a little bit more. I do think that that's the way that we should be attacking the slate. Now, they both had really good rounds in round 2. Are they going to be that likely to have those good rounds again in round 3? Maybe not, but at the same time, I do think they are going to be some of the better scores that we can get to as well. So we take a peek at that. We'll show you guys what the optimal lineup is right now. And I'm not exactly sure I like JT Poston get in there or Siwoo Kim for that matter. I don't know. They just haven't been players I've been wanting to get to, but the day is kind of liking that. It's like an Adam Scott a lot. It's just as price tag. Obviously, we wouldn't do this. We would do roughly around 30% max exposure, 3 unique players here. Then we can generate, and we'll see a better kind of proper exposures, but I kind of want to get you guys on the right path, and that's kind of what it's telling us to do here. All right, so they just started giving us some underdog prop bets, and the scores are a little bit lower. The strokes are a little bit lower. You know, yesterday, guys, I mentioned that the lines that we were getting just seemed to be so strange because it was projected to play easier, and it did. I honestly thought I was going crazy. I was just like, what the heck is going on with these lines? They should be lower than they are. Why are they higher than round one? It was just weird. So hopefully you guys were able to take advantage of that. In general, guys, the bet of the day for the video that I gave out, ended up going 2 for 3. Seb Straka ended up being terrible. Apologies there, but then I ended up putting out another one on Twitter. Ends up going 3 for 3. We were getting some stroke differences. Davis Thompson, Rory, and then also Scotty were all off by 1 stroke on PrizePicks. Ended up being where, again, I don't really get why that was happening. It was strange. I thought like these probably should have been the lines for round 2, and now in round 3, I kind of think we're getting some edges here. Like Rory under his strokes feels like a pretty good one. You know, projected to be a good round 2 showdown pick. I don't mind firing that off. Patrick Cantlay to shoot 1 under par. Again, like the course should be playing easier. There's not as much wind. We should expect some scoring. So I do think we can be loosely firing off some of these like kind of unders. Russell Henley, you know, shooting 1 under par. Again, I'm kind of okay with that. I think we got some good edges here. And as always, guys, if we can compare them against any PrizePick prop bets, we want to be doing that. We're not getting any of those right now, so don't need to get there. But yeah, I'd feel pretty comfortable firing off some understroked prop bets really right now. I think they're all a little bit too high, at least. Is again, just it should be playing easier. All right, so that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. Do want to remind you guys of the 9to5 membership. Get access to all the 9to5 golf tools for just $10 a month. Take advantage of that, guys. Great deal. Get access to all the fantasy golf tools as well as the PrizePicks and Underdog prop tools as well. That's all. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Good luck with all your bets and your showdown picks. That's all. And as always, just keep cashing.